Hi there, I'm Cath. Welcome to my channel Made by Cath Craft. Thank you very much for joining me today. And if you're new to my channel, I love to talk about fabric, patterns and all things sewing related. And in today's vlog, I'm going to be talking about my plans for what I'm going to be sewing in July. And I've got some lovely summery fabrics and summery plans to share with you, and I'm really looking forward to sharing them all. But first, before I get started, I thought I'd share with you what I'm wearing today. And today in the south of England here, it's a bit of an overcast day. It's not super warm, but I thought I'd like to wear a dress, so I put on a fairly recent make, and I think I talk about it in my May Makes vlog. And it's using this pattern here, which is the Shelby dress and romper pattern by True Bias. And it's one of their older patterns, but it's really been popular recently, I think, because the 90s style is really in. But it's a lovely pattern. I'll show you the line drawings. You can make a dress or a romper. It's princess seamed with a button down front and a v-neck and a little tie at the back. And then it either goes out into a romper or quite a swishy skirt. And I made the dress version in this lovely viscose twill fabric, and I've added on covered buttons, so you can just about see them there. And I'll put a picture up of me wearing it. I made a shorter dress version, the mini length, because you can either make a long foot maxi or a mini length. And yeah, it's really comfy to wear and a bit swishy, and I've teamed it with leggings today because it's a bit cooler, and I think it works quite well like that. And I made the size 0 on this. I sized, that's my size actually for chest and waist. The size 0 is chest 32, waist 26, which is my measurements. The hips for size 0 is 34 inches and I'm 36, but because the skirt's quite swishy and there's plenty of room, that is absolutely fine on me. And I've got the paper pattern which goes up to size 18. And unfortunately there isn't a larger size range available at the moment like there is for some True Bias patterns, but I do understand that they're undergoing some pattern testing now, and they are aiming to expand the range for this pattern. So that's really great news. It's a really lovely one and really nice to sew too. But that's what I'm wearing today, the Shelby dress by True Bias in a really nice viscose twill fabric. But now let me move on to sharing with you my fabric haul and sewing plans for July, and I've got a couple of new patterns to share too. And the first thing I was going to share is actually one of those new patterns, and it's a dress pattern, and it is the Friday Pattern Co. Davenport Dress. And this is a new pattern released in 2021, and it's been around for a couple of months now, I guess. And it's actually the first pattern I've bought that's been released in 2021, so it's taken me a while to buy a new pattern actually. But this one had been tempting me for a while, and then I mentioned on Instagram that I was kind of looking for some inspiration for some new patterns to sew, and a few people mentioned this one, so I thought that clinched it. I'll get it. But it's a really lovely dress pattern. It's designed to be made in a woven fabrics, light to mid-weight woven fabrics. It's got some really pretty details. At the front, it's got a little neckline gathered with elastic and flutter sleeves and a sort of pretty front yoke detail. And then it's pulled in with a drawstring waist tie. It's got little frills or kind of at the end of the sleeves, and a sort of ruffle at the bottom of the skirt. And it's got pockets here, kind of slash pockets. And then at the back, there's another yoke and a bit of gathering in the centre there. So yeah, it's loads of pretty details packed into this dress. So I thought it would be not only a pretty one to wear, but also quite an interesting one to make, because I've never done anything like gathered elastic around the neckline before, so I thought it would be quite a fun one to try. So I'm really looking forward to trying this one. I've got the fabric for this one. It took me a while to decide what to go for actually. The pattern recommends a woven, light to mid-weight woven fabrics, and what sort of things they mention, cotton, lawn or linen, but they said you can go for something a bit softer or drapier too. And I do quite like wearing a cotton lawn, so I looked for a cotton lawn, and I've actually cut this one out already, so I've just got the scraps of the fabric to share with you. But I went for this really pretty Lady McElroy Marley cotton lawn, which I got from Minerva, and it's white with these little dots on it. It almost makes me think of 101 Dalmatians or something, but yeah, they're quite small, so almost like a ditzy dotty print. And I thought it was a really pretty fabric. I quite like the idea of having a lighter coloured dress to make it a bit summery, and I thought it would look quite nice, maybe team with a jeans jacket and some flip-flops in summer, but we'll see. But yeah, I've worked with some Lady McElroy cotton lawn before, and it's lovely because it's quite silky and cooling and quite soft, but really nice to sew with too. It's really stable. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving that one a go. So that's my fabric. And yeah, I'll be really interested to see how this one comes together and how it suits me. So yeah, that's my first plan, the Friday Pattern Company Davenport dress in this lovely Lady McElroy cotton lawn from Minerva. And I'll include a link down to all the fabrics and patterns I mention in this vlog in my description down below if you want to check them out. Oh, and I thought I'd mention the sizing range for the Davenport dress too. Friday Pattern Company, they make their patterns in a very size inclusive range, and the Davenport Dress is no exception. So the sizing for the Davenport Dress goes from extra small, which is bust 32, waist 24, hips 34, up to a 7X, which is bust 60, waist 53, hips 63, so a really inclusive size range, which is great. And when I looked at the finished garment measurements before I cut my version out, it looked like there was quite a lot of ease built into this pattern. It's not designed to be close fitting. So I think I went for the extra small when I was cutting out, so we'll see how I get on with on that size. And I guess I figure with the drawstring waist, it'll be cinched in nicely around the waist because of that anyway, so I think that's a really nice feature. But that's a Davenport dress. I've got it cut out, so hopefully I'll get that one sewn up, and I look forward to sharing that one with you in my July makes video later this month. So the next fabric I've got to share with you is another fabric from Minerva, and this is one I was actually gifted by Minerva in exchange for a blog post, so I'll be writing that up and sharing that in due course. And this is actually a fabric that I've got for my daughter rather than myself, and it's a really cute jersey fabric. And it's in this kind of, it's kind of like a dark pink colour, I guess. And it's got lots of little cute kittens on it and some little white dots too. So yeah, when I saw this fabric, I thought that would be right up my daughter's street, and it's washed, so it's a bit crumpled, so excuse that. But yeah, it's a really nice, nice quality jersey. It feels like it's nice, got a nice amount of recovery, and I'm really looking forward to sewing with it. And so for this fabric, I'm planning to make a pyjama set for my daughter. It's kind of like planned to be a winter pyjama set because she's got her summer pyjamas already, so I'm thinking ahead to winter. And I'm planning on making it using a couple of patterns I already have. And for the top, I'm going to use this pattern here, which is a free pattern, and it is the Kids ABBT by DIBY Club. So yeah, it's a free pattern available to download online, and it's quite a basic t-shirt pattern, and it comes in slim and regular fits, and it's got a short sleeve and long sleeve option, and you can add a patch pocket too. And I've made it as a pyjama top for my daughter before. This time what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to make the long sleeve version but cut them a little bit shorter and add ribbing cuffs, because I thought that would be quite nice for a pair of pyjamas. So that's my plans for the top t-shirt. And she's 5, and I think I've made the size 5 before, and that came out just right on the sizing. I might size up to a size 6 just to make sure it's plenty roomy for winter. But that's the pattern I'm planning to make. It's just a really basic t-shirt pattern. And the nice thing about it is when you download the file, it has the layers function. So when you print it out, you don't have to print out all the different sizes. You can just pick the size you want and print that one size out on Adobe. And then for the pyjama bottoms, I'm planning to use another pattern I already have, and that is the Mini Hudson's pattern by True Bias. And I don't have a print-out version of that because it's another PDF one, but I'll put a picture up so you can see it. It's basically the children's version of the Hudson pants by True Bias. It's a little joggers pattern. It's got some really nice little details. It's got a little pocket detail. It's got cuffs at the bottom, which I quite wanted for the pyjama bottoms, and then an elasticated waist. And I made my daughter a pair of joggers that she wears out and about in French Terry, which are quite nice and cosy. But this pair will be a lighter weight pair because I'm using this cotton jersey. And then again, I'm going to use some ribbing. And I hope that'll work out well for a pyjama bottom. She's quite keen to have them, and she quite fancied the idea of having pockets in her pyjamas so she can put little toys in when she's tootling about the house. And I had a chat with her about what kind of ribbing I was going to go for with this fabric. I wasn't sure whether to go for white and pick out the white colour. But I had a little bit of ribbing left over on my stash in this hot pink colour, and it's not a great deal left over. And she really liked the idea of a kind of contrast hot pink with this fabric. So I haven't got enough of this ribbing to be able to squeeze out the amounts I need for the neckband and the sleeves and the bottoms. But I've ordered some more hot pink ribbing from Minerva, which I'm hoping will arrive soon. Hopefully it'll be a similar colour to this, or at least a colour that goes nicely with the cat jersey. But I think hopefully it should turn into quite a bright, happy pair of pyjama bottoms and top for her. So I'm really looking forward to making those, and I'll be sharing those in my July Makes vlog, hopefully, and also I'll be writing up a blog post for Minerva talking all about them as well. So they'll be coming soon too, so that'll be fun, and I really like that cat print. So that's my second plan for July. While I'm on the subject of sleepwear, I thought I'd also share another new pattern I've got this month, and this one is for me. And it is this pattern here, which is the larger dressing gown by Named Clothing, but it is a unisex dressing gown pattern, so although I'm planning a version for myself now, I like the fact that hopefully I might be able to use it to make one for my husband at some point in the future too. And I've been wanting to make myself a summer dressing gown, and if you saw my recent vlog, my handmade wardrobe edit, where I went through my handmade wardrobe and cleared out a few items, I talked in that vlog about how early in my sewing journey I made myself a summer dressing gown, but it didn't work quite right for a few different reasons. So I want to make myself another one now that I actually will get more use out of, and I thought I'd try a new pattern. So I've heard good things about this pattern, so I thought I'd give it a go. So it's designed for woven fabrics, and you can make in a whole range of different woven fabrics. It says any light to medium weight non-stretch fabric, and it gives the examples of linen, terry cloth or honeycomb, or for a lighter version, rayon or satin. So yeah, you kind of sport for choice on what fabric you might want to go for, but I definitely want to go for something lightweight because it is designed to be a dressing gown for summer for me. The size range, it comes in a size range of extra small to extra large, and the extra small is for a bust of 29 to 32 inches, waist of 22 to 26 inches, and hips of 32 to 35 inches. So there's a bit of a range because I guess it's not designed to be super fitted, it's going to be quite relaxed. And it goes up to extra large, which is a bust of 46 to 51 inches, waist 40 to 45 inches, and hips 50 to 54 inches. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to make, but I haven't got any fabric yet for this because I'm really not sure what to go for. And part of me is tempted to go for a cotton lawn because I do like cotton and I know it kind of washes well, which is practical, but I don't know, I do like the idea of a slinkier version too, maybe in a viscose. And I'd love to hear from you on if you have a summer dressing gown, what fabric do you prefer and what you find works well? Because I'm really not sure, but I need to go away and have a little look. So it might not be one I get sewn up in July, depending on whether I choose a fabric or not. But I really would like to get it sewn up because I don't have a summer dressing gown at the moment, and it would be a really handy item for my wardrobe. But yeah, that's my next plan, at least to look for some fabric for this pattern, the larger dressing gown by Named Clothing. So my next sewing plan for July is a bit of an unusual one for me because I'd like to sew a pair of trousers. And I don't think I've ever sewn a pair of trousers before. I've sewn jeans and I've sewn a couple of pairs of shorts, but I haven't sewn any trousers before because I don't usually often wear trousers other than jeans. But I've seen some lovely wide leg crop trousers on the high street this year, and I thought they looked really nice, and I thought I'd like to give them a go, and maybe it's something I actually could really enjoy wearing if I gave them a try. So I've got the fabric and the pattern, and actually the pattern is one I had already because it comes from this book here, which is the Make It Simple book by Tilly and the Buttons, and it's Tilly's most recent book, and I've made a couple of patterns from here already. I've made the Bertha cardigan and the Tabitha t-shirt dress, but I thought it would be nice to try another pattern from here. And I'll show you the line drawings because I'm planning to make the Sophia trousers. And yeah, they're quite a simple sew. As I said, the book's called Make It Simple. It's designed to be fairly straightforward. But they're a wide leg trouser with an elasticated waist, but they've got a nice detail of a flat front, the front of the waistband. And then you can also add pockets if you want to, and I think I will be adding pockets. So yeah, they're just quite straightforward, and I would like to make them so they do sit on my natural waist, and then they're a little bit cropped, so they're almost like a pair of culottes, I guess. And the sizing for this goes from size 1 to size 10, and size 1 is waist 24 inches, hips 33 inches, up to size 10, which is waist 42 inches, hips 51 inches. And I'm planning on making my usual Tilly size, so I'll probably make the size 2 at the waist and then grade out to the size 3 at the hips. And I'm really looking forward to giving them a go. I think they should be really comfy to wear and something a bit different to add to my wardrobe. And I got some fabric from Rainbow Fabrics, Kilburn, and it's an online website, and then they also have a shop, and they sell a lot of dead stock fabric. And I've seen some lovely fabrics other people had bought, but I'd never made an order from them before, and I was browsing the website and saw some fabric that I thought would make a lovely pair of trousers. And it's this viscose here, and I think it's really pretty. So it's black and white with these flowers on. And I thought it would be a really nice one because it would go with a lot of things like black tops and white tops, and yeah, it's quite sort of simple, so I thought it would work well for a pair of trousers. So it's really nice and light and floaty, and I think it'll make a lovely pair of lightweight summer trousers, and I'm really looking forward to giving them a go. So I don't know how I'll get on with them, but it'll be fun to try, and it should be a fairly straightforward project. I think it's designed to be sewed quite quickly, so yeah, looking forward to giving the Sophia trousers from Make It Simple a go, using this lovely viscose fabric from Rainbow Fabrics, and I'll include a link down to this fabric on their website if it's still available, or if not, I'll just include a link to their general website so you can have a browse, because they have a lot of lovely dead stock viscose fabrics there. But yeah, that's my next plan, so that'll be nice to give trousers a go. So the next lot of fabrics I've got to show you that I bought this month all came from the same website, which is First for Fabrics. And they've got a lovely website with loads of different types of fabrics, and I'll link them down below. And they've also got a shop based up in Newcastle too. And I saw a couple of these fabrics featured on an Instagram stories by Tamlin from Sewn on the Tyne. And Tamlin's got her own YouTube channel and Instagram, and I'll include the links down below in case you don't subscribe to her already. But she went into First for Fabrics and was showing some of their fabrics, and I saw a couple of fabrics and thought they were really lovely. And they are these two fabrics here. and they are Tensile Fabrics. So a bit, I guess they feel a bit like a viscose, but maybe that little bit softer and maybe a little bit silkier, I'm not sure. But I got in 2 different colourways, this white colour with sort of blue on, and it almost reminds me of kind of palm trees, kind of crossed together, the palm leaves. And then they're also in this blue fabric. Again, the same thing, only the blue with the white. So yeah, they're really pretty, and I thought they were both really pretty colours. And Tamlin mentioned, and I completely agree, they really remind you of the Atelier Brunette collection they did with a kind of palm tree viscose. So yeah, they're really reasonably priced actually, so I thought they were a real bargain. So I got some, I think I got 2 meters of each colour, and what I'd like to have a go of is some colour blocking with them. And I haven't got an actual pattern in mind. What I'd quite like to try is making a colour blocked tiered maxi dress, but making my own pattern for it. I haven't had a go at drafting my own patterns before, but it's something I'd like to give a try. So I thought I'd start with a toile using some other leftover fabric from a different project, and then I thought if it worked out okay, I might try giving it a go with these 2 fabrics in some sort of colour blocking. I thought I might make a really pretty summer dress. So yeah, they're really lovely, really silky. As I said, they're really good value as well. I'll include a link down to these fabrics if they are still in stock on First for Fabrics. So thank you to Tamlin for pointing them out on there. I'm really glad I snapped them up, and I can't wait to get started. I'm having a bit of fun with them and seeing what I can make. But yeah, something very summery and swishy, hopefully. And the other thing I got from First for Fabric is a couple of swimwears. Fabric. So I got just some plain swimwear fabric, and I got it in a hot pink colour, and then also in this lovely blue colour. And I've been wanting to make a couple more bikinis, and we are hoping to go on holiday this summer, and we will probably be in the sea and you know, in the pool and that sort of thing quite a lot. So I wanted to have a few swimming costumes, because I find sometimes when you're on holiday it can be so hard to get them dry overnight if it's not lovely sunny weather. And so yeah, I hate putting on a wet, cold swimming costume that hasn't quite dried properly. So I thought if I had a few, that would be really useful. So I got these 2 colours, and I'm planning to make a couple of different swimming costumes. I definitely want to make one of these, which is the Megan Nielsen Cottesloe swimming costume, and it's a really nice kind of basic swimming costume or bikini. So you can either make a swimming costume with quite a deep back and little tie, or you can make a bikini, and then there's a few different options, like a bikini top with a band underneath or with no band, or a high-waisted pant, or a sort of more of a lower-waisted kind of sort of hip level, I guess, pant. So yeah, there's a few different options, and I'm not really sure what I want to make. I'm thinking probably of some sort of variation of the bikini. So I'll choose one of those fabrics, I think, to make a bikini. And then I want to also to make a different pattern too. And so I'll probably be using one of my other patterns I already have already. Either the Opium Pilates, which is this lovely swimming costume, and I made a version of this recently in a Liberty fabric, and I really enjoyed making it, and it's got some lovely details like a cut-out back and a tie front. That's Opium Pilates. Or my other swimming costume pattern, which is a Vanazza 2-piece, which is a bikini with a little tie front and bikini pants. So I'm not sure which fabric I'm going to use for which bikini pattern, or whether I do some mix and match. I guess if I made 2 bikinis, I could even wear like, you know, pink top, blue bottoms if I want on one day, rather than pink and pink or blue and blue. I'm not exactly sure what I've got planned for those, but I would like to make a couple more pieces of swimwear before we do go off on holiday. And these fabrics from First Fabric are really nice. I think I got 1.5 meters each. They're really nice. They're nice and yeah, nice and substantial. They've got some nice stretch to them. I think they got some UV resistance too, so that should be good. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving those a go. So that's my last plan for July. I think I have actually got a little bit more fabric that's due to arrive this week, just to make some joggers for my son and daughter for school. They need some new PE joggers, so they may well be included on my July makes too. But I haven't got anything else in terms of exciting fabric deliveries at the moment. So thank you so much for watching and listening to me talk about what I'm planning to sew in July. Hopefully I'll get started on sewing, and I'll get a bit done before the summer holidays start, and then I think sewing will get put aside a little bit. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving some of these a go. If you have enjoyed this vlog, I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. And if you do, then also if you press the bell icon, you'll get notified about my future vlogs. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.